I'm here with Lochlyn Munro.
Hey everyone.
You might know him from everything, and I literally quite mean everything. You are, well, first of all, I know you. I went to Vancouver Fan Expo last year,
Okay.
and you had a nice little panel there, very forthright, very interesting stuff. And I ran like crazy to get back to that because I was supposed to take a few pictures for a thumbnail I was supposed to make.
Right.
And I didn't get there in time, and I think that his name is Moises. He's like I mentioned this to you yesterday, a Cuban Texan that does moderates panels for the Fan Expo chain. And he graciously said, "Can you do a photo of this guy?"
Right.
Just like a quick pose behind a pillar, and you did that for me. And it's probably like whatever, like 1,000 pictures a day for you. You probably never remember it, but I appreciated that.
Thank you, man.
Now your panel was really interesting, fun, and some panels, like, you can tell when people do enough of these, they start to be stale. And yours are you're like James Marsters, in that no matter how many times you see this guy in a panel, he's going to deliver it every time.
Right,
and it's going to be different and interesting, and you're so gracious to the fans. Like, your questions are just from the heart, and they're emotive.
Right.
You tell that you actually mean what you say. You're not just going through the motions. You're not repeating stories. Like, you're just saying, hey, here's an answer to your question, and you're having fun.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm a people person in general. I like to meet people, and I find that a lot of the questions that I get at the panel, especially with Riverdale, are just totally from really committed fan base who love the show. And I mean, if people didn't love what I do, then I wouldn't be able to do it. So I really enjoy answering the questions about the show, because I really do love the show, and I love the people I work with. And so it's really not hard whatsoever to just
It's
interact.
not digging ditches.
No.
It's way better than that. You know?
So I enjoy the interaction with the people, for sure.
Yeah, and well, they enjoy you, so that's why you're becoming sort of a fan favorite. I mean,
thanks.
you actually got me into Riverdale.
Oh, cool.
Because you're in it, because I was doing research for you. We do a production notes where we film stuff at conventions, and we have background information. I looked at your body of work, and it's insane. Mm-hmm. You're the hardest working man in Canadian show business, okay?
Yeah.
Literally, I actually wrote this down. I wanted to make sure I got this out. How the heck, where do you get your work ethic from? Were you like in a military family growing up? Like, where did you become this demon at work?
You know, I think a lot of it is from sports. I was always dedicated to being the best I could be in sports. I loved athletics. I think you have to work hard to achieve the levels that I was able to achieve in hockey, and some of the other sports that I played. And so I've always had a disciplined focus, and I've always brought passion to whatever I've tried to accomplish. And so it doesn't feel like work for me because I enjoy it so much. You know, the work for me is getting the work. That's the work.
You don't phone it in. Like, as a sports analogy, you give 110%.
Right. Well, I got to tell you, I remember doing the movie Unforgiven, and I would pick Gene Hackman's brain almost daily. Mm-hmm. And one thing that Gene Hackman told me, when I remember this vividly when I was younger, he said, You may not always be in really good projects, the projects that turn out good, he said, but always come and deliver your job. Like, do your job and focus on giving performance, because he said somewhere, somehow, someone's going to see it. And I never forgot that. So no matter what project I do, I go there, I hit my marks, and I try to deliver the best performances that I can day in and day out. And if they work, great. If not, then the next one I try to hit it again.
That is such an athletic point of view.
Yeah.
You're showing up as at work.
Yeah, sure.
110%.
Yeah.
Give it all you've got.
Right, yeah.
It's going to build.
Yeah,
something.
I mean, really, to me, it's like, show up for work on time and do your job and be someone that people want to work with, right?
Yeah.
So for me, I think how that's translated is that if you look at the body of work that I've done, I've been able to work with a lot of the same people all the time. Yeah. And so that is the biggest compliment to me, because it makes me feel like those are people that enjoyed having me on their movies. I've done 6 movies with the Wayans brothers. If they didn't like me, I would have done one, and that would have been it. Yeah. So that's the way I work. I just try to come in and do my job and enjoy the experience with everyone, and and see where it lays.
Well, your character, Hooper was it? Sorry,
Hal
I'm terrible with names. I can watch the whole series.
Yeah.
And never
Hal Cooper?
Hal Cooper.
Yeah.
I wanted to say Cooper, but I couldn't remember. Was it the ship from the 2001?
Yeah.
Anyway, I must really like the idea of playing a character that's not just like this guy's husband or a family in the background.
Right.
You get to play somebody who's multifaceted.
Yeah.
That must be a really delicious role because it checks a lot of boxes.
Yeah. Well, Hal Cooper, they always try to write as much dimension as they can for each character in that show. Unfortunately for the writers, I know how hard that is because we have a lot of cast members. And what's nice about Riverdale is that the parents aren't just parents in the show. We've all had our history of Riverdale. Yeah. We all have our secrets. And so me becoming the Black Hood actually added so many great levels to my character. I can just peel back tons of layers now. And
it's just more fun.
Oh, absolutely. So the third season that we're shooting right now, my character has just been brought back in somewhere around episode 10. And they've written just really great stuff. So Lily and I, who plays my daughter Betty, we have some really good scenes together and really about sort of what makes Hal tick and who he is and how he became who he is. And so I'm really excited about it. Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like, I don't want to say role of a lifetime because I don't know what your future holds, but it's currently a role of a lifetime.
Sure, yeah, and it's a...
You get to be a series regular. That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it'd be fun to be able to be a bigger part of it. But I really enjoyed and I've loved the opportunity of being on that show. It's been fantastic. And again, it's a way for me to build my relationship with a company like the CW. And, hopefully when Riverdale's time has come or Hal Cooper's time has come, then CW will say, hey, we'd love you to go and play this character on this show. So that's really what it's about for me, and I just try to do my work. And
you join a motorcycle gang. And
yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
The Sons of Riverdale.
Sons of Riverdale. That'd be good.
No, but also you kind of from 21 Jump Street to now.
Sure.
You're sort of I know you did other things before that.
Yeah.
But how has the industry changed in Canada? Because you've been there to see it change. It wasn't always this luxurious, the sort of the horn of plenty that it is now.
Right.
I mean,
what really changed is infrastructure. So, Vancouver, Toronto, these two bigger film centers now have the infrastructure to do everything in the industry. Back when I started out on 21 Jump Street, they would have to send the film of that day's shoot down to LA just to have it transferred onto cassette for them to watch dailies. So dailies would take 2 days, because they had to FedEx it back and forth. So all of that has changed inside the infrastructures of the industry. Now American productions trust Canadian talent much more. Younger actors in general are getting more opportunity to be leads of American TV shows. When I started out, they would fly people from New York to do 5 lines on 21 Jump Street. So there wasn't as much of a talent pool back when I started. Much bigger talent pool now. The talent in Vancouver, of course, there aren't as many actors, but the percentage of how good the actors are.
Because they get lots of experience.
Exactly, they get a chance.
It's like a small pot, and they get to direct in 1,000 things. They become seasoned.
Absolutely, yeah. So, a lot of actors have really good successes when they decide they want to try and dip their toe into LA because they go down with a demo reel, they go down with this experience, and they go down there with some confidence. And so that's the difference.
Training ground.
So a big training ground, yeah.
Here we are. Another net in sports, kind of a sports. Like everything leads back to sports with us.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Well, not with us, with you. I'm a flabby guy, and you're like, Mr. Fitness. So
oh, yeah.
Everything leads to sports with you. Everything leads to a bowl of chips with me. I love self-deprecation is my bag. Okay? Listen, you've been very gracious, and I just wanted to sort of wrap this up by asking, it's a typical end of interview question.
Yeah.
What is on the agenda for you? I mean, you probably have little things on the, maybe some things you can talk about, some things you can't.
Well, no, I'm part of a TV show, a new TV show that'll start to air in the fall for City TV and Rogers, called The Murders, that I'm doing with an actress named Jessica Lucas and Dylan Bruce. So I'm kind of excited about that. It's a police drama. And I did a sequel to The Benchwarmers that comes out in February that, again, John Lovitz is back in that, and it also stars Chris Klein. from the American Pie trilogy there. And what else have I got coming out? And then a few other things.
A music album.
Yeah,
Like William Shatner.
Meatloaf and I are doing it. And then, of course, Riverdale. I'm diving right back into Riverdale now that my character has returned. So I'm excited about that.
Do you do any co-ed sports stuff? You've got to belong.
Well,
to something.
yes, I play quite a bit of hockey with some friends of mine on a team. I coach my son's hockey team. I coach baseball. I'm involved with all my kids'
You're in the life.
things. Yeah, I love it. My daughter plays lacrosse, so I do all that.
I hear there's in LA there's like a Canadian kind of
a little Canadian skate night. Yeah, we do like
all the Canadians who are into hockey they get together and they have kind of like Jim, whoever it is. I can't remember the names, but it's like people like
over the years there's been everyone. Michael J. Fox. Mike Myers, Priestley, Matt Perry, Keanu Reeves. I mean, there's been a few guys that I've been able to share the ice with. Yeah, it's been really fun. And so Jerry Bruckheimer has an ice night down in LA that we all get together and we skate. And so that's a lot of fun.
I like the fact that you represent, because you're kind of like I think honestly you're a great ambassador for Canadian actors around the world, because when you do it when you show talent and you become famous, but you're also very nice and genuine with fans, and you're not just like, oh, don't talk to me. It's just I know it's a kind of a cheesy, oh, Canadians are nice type thing.
Right.
But it's just like if you're going to be out there representing Canada and people find you're a Canadian actor and goes, really?
Sure.
Maybe that's why he's so nice.
Right.
And he's a decent human being. And you know what? I'd rather not. There's so many bad things that people could say about people in the States, or there's this and this happening. So you're out there showing like this is Canada on the world stage, and you make us proud.
Yeah, well, thanks. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
I'm going to shake your hand, and you're going to immediately just clear out, but that's cool.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Cheers.
Thank you for watching the Convention Junkies coverage of the 2018 London Comic Con. Please like, comment and subscribe to see more, and let us know below what you think of this video. If you would like to help us with future projects, please visit our Patreon page.